Hello everyone, welcome to Simproved, Fire speaking here, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. Today we are going to build the auditorium to our Copperdale High School. So the last video I did and the last build I did was of course the new Copperdale High School, and it is, in this Art Deco kind of style, and I Frankensteined it out of 4 American high schools that really exist. So that I have the typical American high school look that the devs of this game apparently wanted to go for. So, of course, the auditorium doesn't really fit. It looks quite, there is some improvements. So I thought, okay, why not do it myself? Also, a little warning here. I have my dog in this in the same room as me, which I usually don't do anymore because of voiceovers and you can hear her. But yeah, you will hear her tapping feet in the background maybe. So yeah, while doing this little build, I was like, okay, the auditorium, I have actually no idea what you're gonna do in there. It's apparently not for sports. So it's just one big level, right? And the biggest wall height. And then I just basically copied the style that I have for the high school and do this here as well with the arches and the windows behind. There are these little, decorational Art Deco turrets that I will use as well. And there will also be a nice glass roof because I want to have shiny, cool lighting in the interior while you're playing, because I always think that looks quite dramatical, dramatically enhancing. I don't know, but yeah, I think it looks really beautiful. So if this is not how auditoriums look, I know that lots of people, especially Americans, because I asked for it, also have never seen Art Deco high school, but apparently that's a thing, they exist, but apparently they're very rare. And I wanted this to, again, fit the high school I built, so my game doesn't look weird. And yeah, that's basically what I did. It's the same objects, it's the same color theme, so it doesn't look as weird next to it. And this also will conclude the whole Copperdale High School campus neighborhood. So that's finished now, and if you get this auditorium and the high school, you have a nice looking one instead of the EA version. Also, keep in mind that the auditorium actually is 4 buildings in one. So it changes for 4 different celebrations. There's the basic auditorium, and then there is prom, which is called formal dance here, graduation day, and career day. So basically this works like 4 different builds. So theoretically, you could also change the auditorium from, looking like a modern building to a totally old-looking classical one, etc. And this is also why I uploaded 4 different builds, because you have to place them yourself. If you are in the build mode, there is on the upper left 4 little patches, so you can click on them and then place the lot from the gallery. I've provided all of them. They are marked as auditorium prom, auditorium career day, and auditorium graduation, right? So what I wanted to do on the inside, because it's just a big hall, I'm just gonna copy the base auditorium over and over again for the 3 other lot types, so to speak. And then I just decorate them differently, right? So the first one had to be, of course, more focused on the exterior and how everything looks. Again, this is base game and high school years, and I think I also used later in the decoration the free holiday stuff pack, which is a free pack. Everyone can download this, so I will consider this as you can have it, you just need to download it, right? So I consider this base game as well, to be honest. So yeah, basically these 3 packs, no CC as always. I never used custom content, so this should be fairly easy for you to download if you just have the high school pack and, base game, obviously. And yeah, basically there are these stripes on the top between the glass roofs, and I used them to mount my ceiling lights, so it's a little bit more realistic. I also could finally use these ceiling lights that came with the pack, with the high school pack, and it was just, interesting to say the least. They're quite big. I mean, for an auditorium maybe makes sense, but I don't know, at home, I don't know. basically some wooden flooring, because I hate linoleum or concrete or stuff like that, especially for celebrations like graduation stuff. And since I still don't really know what to do in an auditorium, why the auditorium is an extra building instead of a huge kind of ballroom-like room inside of the house. Apparently that's a thing in America, that they have them separately. I chose parquet. I chose wooden flooring, there we go. And yeah, also some debug plants that you have in the surrounding landscape of the campus as well, so they all fit in. I mean, it doesn't make really sense to put some tropical palm trees there. I really have to say, I hate that the high school lot and the auditorium, like this whole neighborhood, is just for the, you know, for the Copperdale world and for the pack. So if you have Solani teens and they go to school, they all go to this kind of school, right? Like, it doesn't make that much sense. And that's the biggest point I really don't like about the high school pack. I mean, that you can argue about objects and why there's Art Deco in it and stuff like that, right? But first of all, the American defaultism again, because, you know, and then that you can't really place them somewhere else. It's, yeah, I think also gameplay wise, it's, yeah, I don't like that. I really would hope that this is one of the bases that could have been better, you know, before, when they try to do the, you know, planning for expansion pack like that. I mean, there has to be lots of meetings, because EA is probably corporate as fuck. But yeah, why did this happen? I also know, you know, it's not like that I'm anti-American here, but just imagine, you know, you want to have some Japanese teen girls gameplay as an American, but, you know, your teen girls maybe go to a Japanese school. So yeah, this is the auditorium panning shots from the inside, so you have a better look about the feel of the room. And this is also the base for the upcoming 3 other builds, so to speak. So this is 4 builds in one, like I said, and there's not much going on in the normal version. I put like an easel there and a little bit of a sound box and stuff like that. So the Sims had a little bit to do in there, but I think your Sims don't even go there by default for something. So we start with, what did we start? Is it the prom? It's the prom, yeah, all right. So the first thing is the formal dance, it's called in the game. And it was first really hard to figure out some sort of, you know, theme that kind of is maybe for everybody. But I had a really cool comment by Katie, and she said she wants to have something with plants all over the place. And I thought that is really cool. I have the glass roof. It could be like a jungle fever, boho, hippie kind of theme with white and green, and, you know, the wooden floor kind of makes this really, really elevated. Also reminded me of like White Nights. Is that still a thing? Where everyone wears, or like, what's it called? It's actually a French thing. Blanche something. Soirée blanche, something like that. Anyways, where everyone wears white and has like white tablecloth, and it's like this kind of dinner. White dinner, maybe it's called? I can't remember. But yeah, I thought about this and thought this is maybe cool. Everyone wears white to the prom, and then it's like just a boho hippie kind of elevated style, if that makes any sense. And I think this is something that could look really, really cool in this build. And it's definitely a theme that I'm more behind. Plastic balloon arches and like under the sea purple. Yeah, I just thought we gonna go elevate everything with textiles and like real wood and real stuff. And, you know, and basically lots of potted plants, because that's something in real they could maybe put there, you know, and like transport in there. And I just thought, yeah, you can kind of create some sort of really cool background for your prom here. There is, of course, a cool dance floor with a very cool rug. The rug is from the high school pack, but it has a really cool swatch. And that one I really wanted to use and try out. And also, if you come in, you have the voting booth. You have a little where you can put your jackets and stuff like that thing, with also the photo op on the other side of it. And there are these voting thingies where you can vote for the, what's it called, prom court now, something. So yeah, you don't have queen and king and stuff like that, but you have jester and, I don't know, ruler? What's it called? I can't remember. But yeah, I play tested this. It's the only thing is that the freaking buffet table, which I have complained a lot about because we have the same one in wedding stories and whatnot, is round, and I actually want always to have a long white one that you can access from just one side, so you can put them in the corner. And the round one you have to place basically all by itself and it looks shitty. I think it looks shitty. I want this to be a long table, but anyway. So yeah, I've complained about this buffet table many times, and I think it's still not working, but I couldn't make it work without making it look awful. So here you go, guys. I think this way it looks way better. So there's the photo booth, because that's something I can do on prom. Of course, there's like some speakers and stuff to dance on the carpet. Lots of candles, so it's a fire hazard for all the prom dresses. And I love it. I thought it looks very romantical. It's great for screenshots, by the way, because I took lots of screenshots while I was having my prom. And yeah, it works fine besides the eating and drinking thing. But apparently your Sims don't really care. You can destroy and like download this for free as always and like, do your own thing. But I think it looks really beautiful. I mean, that's something I would have liked as a prom theme. I think for my prom, I say this in quotes because it was a German private, it was like in a very expensive hotel in their big ballroom, right? So this is apparently done, this is the way how they do it in America. They do it in their own auditorium, not outside in like a hotel or something. So interesting. But yeah, I really hope that you like this here. Maybe this inspired you for your own prom, and maybe let me know how your theme was at the prom because we didn't really have a theme except fancy. So yeah, then we go to graduation day. So graduation day was something where I was like, okay, so basically just seats and a podium, boring speeches, and then everyone pisses off, right? And I was like, okay, well, we had during our graduation, we had like some, I would say, backdrops where there were lots of photos of each and every one of, we didn't have really like lots of clubs, but like drama club stuff like that. We had that. And like little nooks where there were like all the things we have done right during our year at high school. And yeah, I really love that, and I wanted to do this year too because it was just so boring otherwise. And also there are some bar stools and some bar tables because drinks. That's at least how it was for me at high school and later uni as well. There's definitely always drinks involved in the end, lots of beer. Anyways, here I thought we have a little table for the football team and the cheerleading team. There's always on these little tables all the trophies they've won and, lots of photos and stuff they've created. So they can have a look and like see what's going on there and what they did and achieved throughout the years. And also there's always a little book with some ink pen kind of thing. So they can write in like a yearbook thing, right? But just for the club. I thought like it was beautiful to do this and this painting in art class and stuff like that. So we have music club. I'm just gonna call it like that because we have orchestra, choir, something like that, Also base game. It was really hard to find something that, fits all the themes. So we have the science, chess and computer club thing I just put together. And the same goes for football and cheerleading, share one table. And then we have also gardening, green, eco-environment, kind of a club like that. So, it could be multiple things. I had limited space. But I just thought that would be, something that everyone would like. And it's kind of like nice as well. Kind of makes sense than just boring speeches and that's it. Because I was kind of like, what happens during graduation in America? No idea. But that's how it is in Germany, so I kind of based it a little bit on my own experiences I have. And yeah, I really like the big plans. I couldn't stop. There has to be big plans. I thought maybe these are in the auditorium like at all times or something. For special occasions they roll them out, these big pots of plants. Just think they are pretty and elevate every space. I don't know, it's probably because I'm like plant crazy as well. Oh, by the way, plant crazy, I bought a new plant at IKEA. We have like real plants at IKEA. And it was so cheap, it was like 30 euros or so. It's like this huge palm tree. And when I rolled it in, and my husband was like, yeah, I don't say anything anymore. So yeah, I have definitely a plant hoarding problem, and I have no idea where to put this big palm tree. It's currently residing next to the TV in the living room, but yeah, it looks like a jungle. But yeah, maybe you guys have some cool ideas what to do with the plants. It's, yeah. Anyways, this is the graduation day in the auditorium. Lots of little tables where, you know, the different clubs show what they have achieved, and lots of photos of everyone graduating, stuff like that. We have some trophies at the podium, so the, you know, the people who get the trophies kind of get them handed out there as well. And after I've done that, I went to the most confusing part of the auditorium, which is called Career Day. And I didn't have that at high school. First of all, it was a very small high school I went to, or graduated on, so that would never happen. But apparently that's a thing that they visit you at the, like, professionals from different companies apparently, or something, or organizations visit you at your career day, and they, you know, talk a little bit about the job and what, you know, maybe you can enlist and stuff, I don't know. So I thought, okay, maybe lots of coffee, it's a kind of more of a professional setting, it's more like a fair, I guess, like a business fair. So we go with the different career day tables that actually exist in this game now. I don't know what they do. I tried to test this, but the career day was there in my calendar and then it just went away. I don't know what happened. So that could be a bug. It was really annoying. So that's the only one that I couldn't test. But I have lots and lots of different careers here, and I thought, okay, I only have base game, I only have high school. High school only provides you with like cheerleading and stuff like that, which is like, well, there are real professional cheerleaders, but like not so many, I guess. So I thought, okay, we have to come up with the objects that we have in base game and high school years back with some cool, funny jobs. And I went with, what about Sims developer? So there's a table just for Sims with some computers on there. And I hid, okay, I'm sorry guys, but I hid some money and like these gold bars under the tables. So this could be interpreted either way. First, and that's not how I meant it, is, you know, oh my god, so many people say, oh, EA has so much money, the big evil corp, something like that, and this is why they hide the money there. I don't know. My idea was, by placing this, actually was like, okay, the devs, this is such an ungrateful job, right? Like we all, I as a content creator do this a lot, so I'm really sorry, and I want this to apologize as well. Use this video to apologize here, because I've been ungrateful in some, you know, reviews and stuff like that, you know. That they have to hand out money that you get the job. Do you get, you know, they have to bribe you. Please be a Sims developer. That's why there is cash under the tables, under the Sims dev. And when I was done with that, I was like, okay, we could do astronaut space travel. We could do cow plant farmer, to have a cow plant. However, I could only put the seed in there because the career day never happened in my gameplay. So I could grow up the cow plant, but just think how cool it would be to have a real freaking big cow plant at career day. So then we have the Sims dev. We have some alien, I don't know, xenozoology maybe, and shooting them. Alien vet, I don't know, something like that, because we had the objects, and then we have like some retail clothing company kind of setup. So these are the 5 different job kind of types we have here, and what I could do with base game, right? And yeah, this is basically my career day, because I was really like, okay, this is weird. Then of course some bar stools with some flyer on it so they can talk to the professionals and like get a coffee at the cafeteria kind of thing that I put there. So, you know, kind of something like this. I thought that's how maybe career days could look like for The Sims. I thought this is quite funny, especially my cowplant farmer and the Sims developer kind of table. There's lots of my Sims that I place there as well, because I've rarely used them. But yeah, we have that now. There you go. Lots of, yeah, it's funny. I thought it's funny. Maybe your Sim finds their dream job here. I thought it would be funny that there's like people from different companies courting you, apparently. But yeah, that's career day for you guys. I thought it's interesting. Let's just say it like this. But I think this is the last auditorium I'm going to do, because doing this 4 times again and again and again is just annoying, to be honest. But yeah, here you go, guys. This is career day. Have a nice little look at it. I'm still a little bit pissed that the cowplant, you know, I couldn't actually see this in action. I think it looks quite cool. Lots of clutter, honestly, but I just thought, okay, let's just use all the objects we have with base game and high school pack. So there you go, guys. And yeah, as always, I put all the links down below. This time it's 4 download links. You can grab them on the gallery for free. My ID is Simproved. And maybe this is something you really enjoyed. I'm definitely happy that I have the whole college campus, high school campus finished now. I have my high school, I have my auditorium. And for me, that's what I had to do for build mode, right? Like, and I think it looks really pretty now. And I definitely enjoyed playing in there. And, you know, it was fun. And definitely more decorated and everything. But yeah, maybe this is something you like to grab as well. I would be honored, and I really hope that you enjoyed this. And I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will see you soon. Bye bye.